Hi guys, how are you? My dog says hi too. Stop. Listen, I have a lot of animals in my house and I'm they're driving me crazy, guys. I want to go to work and get away. Okay. We're going to start with a super nice pro se that drove me insane. I mean, maybe the cats just have me cranky, even though they're kittens and they're very, very cute. They might have me cranky because this super nice pro se, boo, you'll see, or you won't see, and I'm just cranky. Here we go. There's no sound. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I guess I just didn't cut the first part out. So all these people are in here for a different case.
Case number is 05CR22514. Mr. Pilatus is present, or Mr. Pilatus is present via Zoom. He is represented. Are you representing him?
No, he's pro se, Judge.
Okay,
Drunk
he's pro se,
Beaver
meaning
is
no attorney without
here.
counsel to state.
Hey, Drunk Beaver, how are you? What are you doing up at 5:02 a.m.? Or should I say 4:32 because I would never be late. Jazzy, I hope you're feeling good. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Michael.
It is represented by Travis View.
Rebecca.
He's filed an application to seal his record. Mr. View, does the state have an objection?
Lori.
Yes, Your Honor. My understanding is
Monica.
that he currently has outstanding financial
Donald.
obligations on the case of $646.35. My understanding is that he was recently convicted of a new theft offense and is currently on supervision. So we would object to the sealing of these records at this time.
Hi, Fozzie.
All right, Mr. Pilatus, first of all, I have a report.
I'm not on supervision for anything that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
Okay, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but you seem to be blocking your face with your hand.
Alan.
I had ocular.
No, he didn't. He wouldn't listen the first time I told him.
Okay.
I had an ocular fracture and I had surgery and I had to block the left side of my face, so I'm seeing double.
Okay, go ahead. Then I just it's a little annoying if you don't know there's a good reason for it. And I did not know that. Anyway,
Poor guy.
what about your outstanding financials? Generally, to get a record sealed, your financials should be paid. Are you able to pay those? Generally, to get a record.
I'm on Social Security, Your Honor. When I committed this, I was relatively young at that point, and I'm on a fixed income now, and I'm not able to pay that.
You're on Social Security disability?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay, that means you're indigent, and I waive those costs. Next, I received an email stating that you were convicted of misdemeanor 1 theft on April 1st, 2024, and you're currently on community control. This prosecutor has also made that statement, and you're denying.
That's not true, Your Honor. Your Honor, that's not true. I've been sober for almost 20 years. I don't hardly leave the house.
Okay. Well,
what charge is that out of?
High security.
It says out of Vandalia Municipal Court and placed on 1-year probation. You're saying that's...
Oh, no. If you'll allow me to... There's no truth to that.
Okay. I'll accept your representation, but I'll give the state a chance to offer proof of that, and we'll reconvene.
Hi, CJ.
Is it convenient for you for us to reconvene
Jessica
at 11:30?
Yeah, I can reconvene at 11:30. I'm going to contact Vandalia Municipal Court myself.
Okay, that may be helpful because I'll ask our Court Services Department to see if they can obtain any information to verify this.
Okay, okay. And that'll give me time to contact them also. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Call back at 11:30, please.
I'll stay signed in and I'll just minimize the screen.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, thanks, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I don't have part 2 queued up, and I'm going to try to find it, but I don't understand why I did that. Anyway, there's a part 2. I'm going to try to find it while I go through the other pro ses, because we have more pro ses. Did I just show that video tiny? I'm sorry. I'll get my act together. Let's just go to a different pro se for now.
Your Honor, I did talk to him, but he indicated that he's
There.
going to retain an attorney, and I
know, I
didn't get any
know.
further with him than that.
All right, so Mr. Nowicki, guess what? You are free to retain an attorney at any time, so long as it doesn't interfere with the trial date set by the court. However, you have been given court-appointed counsel today. I do need to arraign you. What happens is if I you're going to stay in bench warrant status, which means that between now and the next time I see you, you could get picked up and taken to jail. So I'd really love to get rid of these bench warrants, and I'd really love to get you arraigned
Hi,
today.
Maggie.
So that
I
your,
love Maggie.
freedom isn't in
Oh, you
jeopardy
can't see.
until the next time that I can see you again.
Hi,
So
Maggie.
would you like to be arraigned today?
If that's what I have to do, then, you know. then I'll
Well, you don't
just
have to do
that.
anything. If you want to stay in bench warrant status and potentially get picked up by the police and locked up,
Well,
obviously
thought.
that's going to be your choice.
Jojo.
But I'd really like to get you arraigned today. And I'd really love for you to consult with counsel so that you know what's happening in your life.
Right.
Same.
And
Did I
here's the
miss
other thing.
anyone?
Mr. Kuchmeres is your attorney. He is appointed to you until you retain an attorney of your own choosing, which you are free to do. But until then, you do have retained counsel that the court will provide for you. I won't prevent you from getting your own lawyer. But until people tell me all the time they're going to retain a lawyer and it never happens. So that's why we give you appointed counsel until you're able to retain counsel, if that's what you want to do.
I would like to retain my own counsel.
Great. All right. I'm going to adjourn your pretrial here and your arraignment, and don't get picked up by the police in the meantime.
Understood.
All right. We'll see you back on September 17th. I'm going to set you on a trial date also. Well, you know what? Let's just arraign him, Mr. Kuchmeres, because I'm not letting you out of this anyways. This isn't going to hold up the docket. Do we have trial dates in October yet?
First Friday, October 4th.
October 4th, 24. Let's get a final pretrial date.
Did I miss saying hi to anybody except for you, Fozzie?
Looks like we got a couple bench warrants here outstanding. All right, Mr. Nowicki, this is your arraignment. You do have the right to hire and consult with your own attorney. If you can't afford counsel, counsel will be appointed to you. Counsel, in fact, has been appointed for you. Mr. Kuchmeres is your counsel until you retain other counsel. If you retain other counsel, they must be ready by the trial date that I give you today. You will not be allowed to bring in your own counsel last minute to delay a trial. The court will not allow that. So Mr. Kuchmeres is your counsel. Make sure that you are communicating with him. It is in your best interest to do so. Also, you have the right not to say anything. If you do say anything during
Thank
any of
you,
these proceedings,
Fozzie.
it can and will be used against you. You are currently charged with driving
I
while
did
license
say you,
suspended,
Ellen.
which carries
I did
up
say you,
to,
Jojo, but
93 days
hi.
in jail and or $500 fine.
Hi, Chris.
You also have a failure to signal, which is just a civil infraction that's tagging along with that. All right, we're going to schedule. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf at this time. We'll set aside any bench warrants. I'm
All
gonna
of
give
them,
you-
Jessica. All the
looks like you
bears.
posted a $750 bond. Your final pretrial is going to be on Zoom just like this, September 17th at 9 o'clock. And then again, your jury trial is going to be October 4th at 9 o'clock. That'll be in person.
I said hello to you, Donald. I love you. Hi, Sarah.
Make sure that you are in communication with your attorney, who is Mr. Kuchmares. Make sure that you're in communication with him. Mr. Nowicki, if you do not communicate with him and claim that you are not ready for trial, I will consider that a
said
failure
Deanna.
to
Hi,
appear for which
Deanna.
a bench warrant can issue. You must communicate with your appointed counsel until you retain your own counsel, if that's what you ever do. All right, so we'll see you back for your final pretrial September 17th at 9 o'clock, and we'll continue the bond.
Your
Thank
Honor,
you.
I'm not available that day. Do you want to move it to the 26th, or do you want to have the PD?
Hi,
one
Tina.
that day handle it?
No, Mr. Kuchmares, you're stuck with the case until, we'll see if you retain someone, but I don't want to be shuffling attorneys and lose my jury trial date.
That's fine.
Uh,
We do the 26th.
The 17 is actually perfect, to be honest. As I said, I am returning my own lawyer.
Same uncle, brother.
It's actually a family lawyer.
Okay, we'll see everyone back September 26th at 1 o'clock. I don't have an attorney that's retained right now to give me dates that are good for them. Mr. Kuchmares is your attorney right now. So we'll schedule it for September 26th
Donald will date you.
at 1 o'clock. Make sure that you are in communication with counsel.
I know,
All right, we're all
Deanna.
set.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you.
I think there's more. That's why I left it in here. I think.
All right, do we have anyone else ready to go?
Yeah, Your Honor, I got Wesley Green. He's been in the waiting room for a little while. And I've got Stewart listed as attorney, but I see it's a motion hearing. Is it something the Stewart's need?
I thought Wesley Green was the other guy. That's why I left that in there. But he's not. That's fine. Mistake number 78 so far this stream. All right. Pro se number 2. Hopefully this is the second part of that first one that I lost. Oh, I think it is.
Eye
It is.
patch on now. I ran downstairs and got it so I didn't have to cover the left side of my face.
Okay,
I
can
found
you see
it. I
us?
found it.
Yes,
I'm
I
not
can see you
muted.
just fine.
Hi, guys.
Okay, tell me how it would benefit you to have this record sealed, sir. First of all, let me address the Vandalia charge, just so you aren't worried about that. That's apparently, they used your social security number on another person's case.
Okay.
So we acknowledge that you were not convicted of a crime in Vandalia on April 1, 2024. However, our Director of Court Services said it would be prudent if you would go to Vandalia Municipal Court and clear that up with them, show them who you are, what your social is, so you can make sure that they correct that. They're telling us they're going to correct it, but I think to be safe, I would get up there when you're able and verify that.
It's not safe for me to drive right now, or I'd go today and do it. Trust me.
Maybe
But
take
how
an
this
Uber.
would serve me, it's just for my own. I'm going to be 62 on my next birthday, but coming up on September the 4th will be my 19th year anniversary of being sober off of crack cocaine.
Congratulations.
And I just want
Monica,
to clear
thank
all this
you.
up from my past, just for my own personal, just for me, just so that I know that it's not out there, that my past is not out there to haunt me. I'm not trying to go back to work. It's a little too late in the game for that. I just want it cleared up, Your Honor. That's all.
All right, well, I found that to be enough. The state's already set forth their position, and the only concern I know I heard from the state was the fact that
Chris,
you had
thank
to pay the
you.
cost, which I've weighed, and that you had that conviction, which is not accurate based on a more recent investigation. Therefore, it's the finding of the court
Oh, I know who you're talking about, Jessica. You are talking about the lawyer husband and his wife. Oh, how could I not remember their names? Listen, I'm gonna find out. I have an inside. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna I'm gonna send a message. I can't remember where she messaged me on. I'm gonna get an update on them. They were great, weren't they? I really thought I was sure I was gonna get sued for posting those videos. I didn't care. I didn't, I didn't care. I would record it.
That all official records pertaining to this case, being 05 CR 22514, shall be sealed. All index references deleted. Proceedings in the case shall be deemed not to have occurred, and the applicant's arrest and conviction record shall be sealed, subject to the exceptions and provisions of RC 2953.31. I will point out one thing.
What's that?
You are eligible to have this record expunged.
What's the difference?
The difference is when a record is sealed, it's removed from public view
matey.
with some exceptions for law enforcement uses. When you can have a record sealed, I believe it's 1 year after you've completed your probation. It may be a little longer than that. You can have a record expunged 10 years after, or 11 after you have completed all the probation requirements. So in this case, let me double check.
See, Fozzie, I learned.
It appears
Today.
that when you completed your sentence on you were sentenced on April 20th, 2006.
Jazzy, go to bed.
And you completed that sentence, and your community control was, no, I'm sorry, I apologize. June 4, 2007, community control was modified at a probation violation to include 40 days in jail and complete litter pickup while in jail. Defendant to be terminated from community control upon completion of that jail sentence. So that would be July 14, 2007. It's been 17 years.
17 years.
Yeah. So you can have this expunged as well.
All right. Would I have to come back for another hearing and everything, Your Honor?
Yes.
Did someone say
Okay,
spirits?
You don't have to
okay.
come back. You can do it by Zoom.
Okay, because you guys are a little bit of a drive for me.
Okay, well, you can do it just like you did this.
Okay.
It may not affect you any differently than having it sealed, though. So it's up to you.
Yeah, like I said, it's a little too, if I were a younger man and I would want to go back to work, then I would seek to have it expunged.
Okay. Do you have any questions, sir?
All right, guys, it gets bad. Here we
No, I
go.
don't. I just have one comment to make. Everybody that I've had to communicate with up to this point, like I had shared with the girl on the phone, I feel like we live in a very mean-spirited society anymore, and everybody's been so friendly and so helpful, including yourself.
And the prosecutor.
And I just wanted to say thank you for that. That's all.
Okay, well, you're welcome. You're entitled to that, and we're happy that you feel that way. Good luck to you, sir.
I do feel that way.
All right.
All right, Your Honor. Have a great day, and thank you again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.
I just feel like I need to go take a shower real quick after that. Okay, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Super nice per se. Part 2, per se. All right, this one is telling me apparently that I need to go to 1450 to find the right clip that I want. But that doesn't mean I really need to go to 1450. And since I'm already making a bunch of mistakes, I might as well just go to where I say I'm supposed to go and then
There's a 370.
Whatever happens, happens. All right, it's close. It's close enough.
Thank you.
Makes it sort of feel like a bathroom, doesn't it?
All right, the court will find that you're indigent for the purposes of retaining counsel, and I'll appoint Attorney Andrea Ostrowski to represent you in this matter. Court does find that there's probable cause you have violated the terms of your committee control in this matter. It's going to be scheduled for a final hearing. Ms. Yarian, I'm going to caution you that if you continue to test positive for marijuana, I'm going to take you into custody. You will serve out a sanction in the Warren County Jail. So it's your choice. You'll be notified at the next hearing.
Thank you.
You're okay. He mutes a lot. He mutes a lot. It's fine. It's coming. Yeah, I knew I was wrong. I'm at 15:25 and it still hasn't started. All right, let's bump it 30. Let's bump it 30 more. There we go.
This is case number 24CR41649, the state of Ohio versus Morgan Robinson. Ms. Robinson is before the court with her counsel, Mr. Bogan, Mr. Harris, on behalf of the state of Ohio. Mr. Harris.
Your Honor, we've had pre-trial discussions in this matter. It's my understanding we have reached an agreement. My understanding of the agreement is the defendant is going to enter a guilty plea to counts 1, 2, and 3 of the indictment. Count 1 being tampering with evidence, felony of the 3rd degree. Count 2 being aggravated possession, felony of the 5th degree. And count 3 being possession of cocaine, felony of the 5th degree. And if that is done, state would agree to dismiss the remaining counts of the indictment, being 4, 5, and 6. My understanding would be if
See what he makes me do.
come back for sentencing at a later time.
All right. Mr. Bogan, is all that accurate?
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Robinson, they're telling me you want to change your plea to 3 counts from the indictment. Before we get to your change of plea, I need to go over some things with you, okay? How old are you?
24.
How far did you get in school?
I dropped out, but I got my GED the Monday.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with the representation you've received from Mr. Bogan in this case?
Yes.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No, Your Honor.
Do you take any type of medication that interferes with your ability to understand what's going on today?
Sandra?
I have in front of me a document called a change of plea and entry. On the second page on the line marked defendant, there appears a signature. Did you sign this?
Yes.
Did you read this and go over it with your attorney before you signed it?
Yes, I did.
And you believe you understand what it says?
Yes, I believe so.
This document says you're entering a plea of guilty to 1 count of tampering with evidence as a felony of the 3rd degree. That carries a maximum penalty of 36
He starts court with the Pledge of Allegiance. Sure does. I think I put it here once.
months in prison and a maximum fine of $10,000. The second count is one of aggravated possession of drugs, a felony of the 5th degree. That carries a maximum penalty of 12 months in prison and a maximum fine of $2,500. The third count is possession of cocaine, a felony of the 5th degree. That also carries a maximum penalty of 12 months in prison and a maximum fine of $2,500. None of these carry mandatory prison sentences. Do you understand the maximum penalties involved?
Yes.
In addition to the maximum penalties, you're also subject to a discretionary period of post-release control. which means that if you're sent to prison on these charges upon your release, the adult parole authority may supervise you for a period of up to 2 years. If they impose that supervision and you violate those rules, you can be returned to prison for up to 1/2 of the court's original sentence. If your violation is that you've committed another felony, you can be returned to prison for 1 year or the period that you have left on PRC, whichever is longer. That time would run consecutive to any additional prison time you get sentenced to. Do you understand that? But it's not mandatory that you're sent to prison on these charges. The court does have the discretion to place you into community control, or what some refer to as probation. While in
Thank
community
you,
control, you will
Sarah.
have rules you must follow. If you fail to follow those rules, the court has the authority to extend the term of your community control or to impose additional, more severe sanctions, which can include local jail time or prison. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are presumed innocent of these charges. You cannot be sentenced or
It's
punished
there,
unless you plead
right here.
guilty or you're found guilty
Space
following
Force.
a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to trial by jury if you want. We will impanel a jury of 12 people and require the state to present sufficient evidence to convince each of the jurors of your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, or they are required to find you not guilty. Their verdict must be unanimous. Do you understand that?
Yes.
At that trial, you have a right to see and hear all the evidence that the state has against you. With the help of your attorney, the right to confront and cross-examine each of the state's witnesses. Do you understand that? You have the right to call witnesses on your behalf and in your defense. If any of those witnesses are reluctant to come, the court can force them to come by way of subpoena. That's your right of compulsory process. Do you understand that?
This is an
You
eagle.
have the right to remain silent at
Oh,
your trial. You cannot
this.
be forced to testify against yourself.
And there's one over here. And it took me a couple different dockets to figure out what the heck they were.
The state is not permitted to call you as a witness. You can choose not to testify in your own defense. If you don't testify, that will not be used against you. And I will instruct the jury that they are not permitted to infer your guilt nor anything else from your silence. Do you understand that?
We could.
The burden of proof is
With
on
your
the state. In
ideas.
your trial, you're not required to call any witnesses nor present any defense. If you do not, that will not be held against
I
you.
wonder
Do you
what this
understand that?
is.
The
Right
standard of
here.
proof is beyond a
That's
reasonable
gold.
doubt. The
That's
standard
like
applies
granite.
to each of the essential elements of each charge from the indictment. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You could waive your right to a jury trial, but maintain all the other rights we've discussed. You can try your case to the court. I too would have to be convinced of your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, or would be required to find you not guilty. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you believe you understand each of these rights we've discussed?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand that when you enter plea of guilty, you'll be waiving all these rights? There's not going to be a trial.
CJ, you are right. When
This
you are
is how you
right,
want to
girl,
proceed.
you are right. Don't let anybody ever tell you
Is this
you're
how you want
wrong.
to proceed?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Your Honor, if this matter proceeded to trial, the state would show beyond a reasonable doubt, in addition to all allegations in the indictment, as to counts 1, 2, and 3, that on or about March 26th of 2024 in the city of Franklin, Warren
No,
County,
the
Ohio,
large staff
Morgan
is enough.
Robinson possessed drugs and also tampered with evidence. Specifically, this was the result of a traffic stop for speed and car traveling without headlights. The backseat passenger was observed moving around. Rear passenger was identified as the defendant. At that time, officers did deploy a canine, and while before the deployment of the canine, defendant was observed taking a brown coach purse with her, but was told to leave it in the vehicle. She was patted down for weapons, and officer felt a straw-like item in her pocket. Canine did give a positive alert, and a loaded syringe was found in the defendant's purse in the back seat. There also was a folded up lottery ticket in the seat pocket of the front seat, which contained white powder. There was a trash bag in the back
Thank you,
seat
security.
containing a pill container with suspected Xanax. She was read her Miranda warnings at that time. She did indicate it was a pipe used for smoking marijuana. She was transported to the jail, and a cellophane baggie and a quarter fell
Why is
from
she
her
laughing?
pants. She had indicated she had a pipe stuffed inside of her body. There was a crack pipe which was removed, and cruiser cam was reviewed, capturing defendant stuffing the pipe into her pants.
Mr. Bogan, anything on those facts?
Nothing on the facts, Judge.
Ms. Robinson, did you hear the statement that was read?
Yes,
Do you
We all
admit that
did.
what he states is true?
yes, Your Honor.
And again, you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering a plea of guilty, those rights we just discussed.
Yes.
What is your plea?
Guilty.
Court will make a finding.
That's before she leaves. Just make sure you still have all your items.
You've made a knowing, intelligent, and voluntary waiver of your constitutional rights that we've discussed, and the court will accept your plea of guilty. And based upon the statement of facts in your plea, the court will make a finding of guilty. Ms. Robinson, you've been before me before, and you did not do very well on community control, did you?
No, I did not.
You've got a serious problem. I'm struggling right now already. Your drug test from July came back positive for acetylfentanyl, acrofentanyl, cocaine, codeine,
Thank you, Ms.
fentanyl, fluorofentanyl, morphine, and norfentanyl. Did you know any of that stuff was in the
Hi,
drugs you were
HRH.
taking? I mean, a lot of those things
HRH.
are
I'm trying.
tranquilizers that they use for large animals. I mean, I don't know. You're going to kill yourself. So you are very likely looking at a prison sentence at this point in time. I don't know how else to keep you from using drugs, but I'm not going to make up my mind today. I'm going to order a pre-sentence investigation. We'll come back in a few weeks and I'll get an update. But you better do some real soul
Tokyo.
searching right now, because you're going to have to convince me that prison is not necessary to fulfill the purposes and principles of sentencing. I've got to get you off drugs somehow. I've got to get your attention. And last time, I sent you to what, Monday? Well, I don't know what to do at this point in time. You're 22, 24 years old, and you're using these kind of drugs, and you've already been through the system. So I don't know what else to do. I don't need to see that right now, Mr. Bogan.
Okay.
I'm obviously very concerned
Yay,
about your future.
Shannon.
And if you can't stop using drugs, then I'm going to put you somewhere where it's at least harder to get them. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's at least going to be harder. So you better do some soul searching over the next few weeks
In
before
the
you come
in the
back
ear?
before me and
I don't
convince
know.
me to
What's
give you a
harder?
chance again. Because I don't want to see you kill yourself, quite honestly. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a tough decision, and it may be just to protect you from yourself. So think about it. I'll see you in a few weeks.
And don't worry. She was staring at us the whole time. She's always there judging us. Always. She will always be judging us. Okay, okay, hold on. This is why you just don't want to go to prison, guys. This is the reason why you don't want to go to prison. Don't go to prison. I didn't smell that. I did not turn my oven off. So I'm going to start this clip and go stop my oven from staying on all night.
Case number 23CR41034, the state of Ohio versus Gregory, is it Cen?
Cotine, sir.
Cotine. Mr. Cotine is before the court with his counsels, Mr. Brenner, Mr. Kirby, Ms. Tranter, Ms. Nicholson, on behalf of the state of Ohio. You want to go ahead and state what we're doing?
Yes, Your Honor, we are here today. I believe Mr. Cotine is prepared to enter a plea to, well, sort of an amended charge. The state at this time is going to be requesting dismissal of count 1 of the indictment. Count 2 is going to be amended to involuntary manslaughter, felony of the first degree, with an agreed sentence of 11 to 16 and a half years. It's going to be a guilty plea to count 3, which is a felonious assault, felony of the second degree. There is going to be an agreed sentence on that charge of 4 years. Those charges to run consecutive to each other and consecutive to the time that the sentence that defendant is currently serving. There is going to be an agreed stipulation that counts 2 and 3 are not allied offenses of similar import, and for sentencing purposes, they do not merge. So we are presenting to the court an agreed recommended sentence of a total aggregate of 15 to 20 and a half years in prison.
All right, Mr. Brenner, is that accurate?
It is, Your Honor. Mr. Kirby and myself have had quite a few conversations with our client at this point, and we are in agreement with the plea offer as the state outlined, and we are in agreement with that recommendation. for the sentence. We would ask the court to adopt that today.
Mr. Cutting, they're telling me you may wish to change your plea to these two charges. Before I get to your change of plea, I need to go over some things with you. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
35, sir.
How far did you go in school?
10th grade.
Are
Got
you,
my
able,
GED though.
are you able to read and write okay?
Yes, sir.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone promised you anything other than this recommendation regarding your sentence?
No, sir.
Has anyone threatened you in any way to get you to plead guilty against your will?
No, sir.
Are you satisfied with the representation provided to you by Mr. Brenner, Mr. Kirby?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No, sir.
Do you take any medication that interferes with your ability to understand what's going on today?
No, sir.
I have in front of me a document. This is called a
I
change
like
of
that
plea and
text.
entry. On page 3 of this document, on the line marked defendant, there appears a signature. Did you sign this?
Yes, sir.
Did you read this and go over it with your attorneys before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe you understand what it says?
Yes, sir.
Real quick, while he's looking at that, I did not leave my oven on. I put on a pot of tea before the stream started and I forgot. I just put another pot of tea. But before I burn my house down with all the rest of my huge mistakes during this stream today, like in like another 4 minutes, someone just say, "Hey, go get your tea."
Do you understand that you are pleading guilty to more than one offense that requires the court to impose an indefinite sentence?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you will receive both a maximum term and a minimum term for those offenses, as well as a maximum term?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that at sentencing, the court will select a minimum term for the range of penalties for each offense.
Yes, sir.
You understand that the court will decide if those sentences will run concurrently or consecutively with each other.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what those terms mean, concurrent and consecutive?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that whether the sentences run concurrently or consecutively will affect the length of your minimum term and your maximum term?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that the longest minimum term sentence in this case would be 19 years?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Okay. And the longest maximum term would be 24 and a half, if my math is correct.
Yes, sir.
And those are the extremes if I maxed you on both of these, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you understand that there's a rebuttable presumption of you being released after you've served the minimum term or the presumptive early release date, whichever is earlier. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
The Ohio Department of Corrections may rebut that presumption through an administrative hearing process, and thereby maintain your incarceration for reasonable periods of time of duration up to the maximum term, as we've stated, 24 and a half years. The criteria for the Department of Corrections to rebut the presumption and to maintain your incarceration after you serve the minimum term or the presumptive early release date are as follows. Number 1, during incarceration, you commit rule infractions that compromise a prison security, compromise safety of staff or inmates, cause or threaten physical harm to staff or inmates, or commit a violation of law that was not prosecuted, and any infractions or violations which demonstrate you have not been rehabilitated and or that your behavior demonstrates that you continue to pose a threat to society. Number 2, regardless of the classified security level at the time of the hearing, you had been placed in extended restrictive housing within the year preceding the hearing date. Or number 3, at the time of the hearing, you are classified by the Department of Corrections as a security level 3, 4, 5, or higher. If the Department of Corrections rebuts the presumption, the Department of Corrections may maintain your incarceration in the state correctional institution under the sentence after the expiration of the minimum prison term or presumptive earned early release date for an additional reasonable period of time of incarceration to be determined by the Department of Corrections, not to exceed the maximum prison term. Also, the Department of Corrections may maintain your incarceration more than one time up to the maximum term. The Department of Corrections shall release you at the expiration of the maximum term if you've not been released prior to the expiration of that time, except for sexually oriented offenses. You may receive 5 to 15% earned reduction of the minimum prison term credit, or ERMPT, for exceptional conduct or adjustment to incarceration, but there's no guarantee that the Department of Corrections will request ERMPT for you. There is a presumption the ERMPT will be granted by the trial judge, but the trial court may determine to rebut the presumption and not grant the ERMPT. In addition to those, also I want to indicate that there's fines, maximum fines on count 2 is $20,000, and on count 3 is $15,000. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You are also subject to a mandatory period of post-release control, which means upon your release from prison on these charges, the Adult Parole Authority will supervise you for a period of up to 5 years, but not less than 2 years. If you violate that supervision, you can be returned to prison for up to 1/2 of the court's original minimum term sentence. If your violation is that you commit another felony, you can be returned to prison for 1 year or the period that you have left on PRC, whichever is longer, and that time would run consecutive to any additional prison time that you are sentenced to. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, you are presumed innocent of these charges. You cannot be sentenced or punished unless you plead guilty or you're found guilty following a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to trial by jury. If you want, we will impanel a jury of 12 people and require the state to present sufficient evidence to convince each of the jurors of your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, or they are required to find you not guilty. Their verdict must be unanimous. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
At that
I have to ask because I went to get my tea now. Are we still watching the murderer in jail, or did he move on?
trial, you have a right to see and hear all the evidence that the state has against you. With the help of your attorneys, the right to confront and cross-examine each of the state's witnesses. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to call witnesses on your behalf and in your defense. If any of those witnesses are reluctant to come, the court can force them to come by way of subpoena. That's your right of compulsory process. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You also have the right to remain silent at your
Thank you,
trial.
Big
cannot
Booty.
be forced to testify against yourself. The state is not permitted to call you as a witness. You can choose not to testify in your own defense. If you don't testify, that will not be used against you, and I will instruct the jury that they are not permitted to infer your guilt nor anything else from your silence. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The burden of proof is on the state. At your trial, you're not required to call any witnesses nor present any defense. If you do not, that will not be held against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The standard of proof is beyond a reasonable doubt. That standard applies to each of the essential elements of each charge from the indictment. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You could also waive your right to a jury trial, but maintain all the other rights we've discussed. You can try your case to the court. I too would have to be convinced of your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, or would be required to find you not guilty. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe you understand each of these rights we've gone over?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that when you enter a plea of guilty, you will be waiving all these rights? There will be no trial.
Yes, sir.
This is how you want to proceed.
Yes, sir.
All right. Who wants to read statement of facts to me?
Your Honor, as amended to count 2, June the 3rd, 2023, in Warren County, Ohio, Gregory Cen, while during the commission of a felony, did cause the death of another. Count 3, on the same date, he did knowingly cause physical harm serious physical harm to another. This incident, as the court is aware, occurred at the Warren Correctional Institution. He attacked his cellmate and ultimately caused his death as a result of blunt force trauma. Judge, I've also put on record that the victim's family has been notified of today's hearing. They are aware of the plea that is being entered today and extended the opportunity to come to court to enter a victim impact statement. They are not present in the courtroom today.
All right, very good. Mr. Brenner, anything on the
So the inmate that was killed, none of his family showed up for the victim statement either.
those facts?
Nothing on the facts, Your Honor.
Mr. Cen, did you hear the statement that was read?
Yes.
Do you
Yes, sir.
admit that what she stated is true?
I got you.
Yes, sir.
And you understand
I
again all
got
the
you.
rights you're giving up by entering a plea of guilty, the rights you and I just went over.
Yes, sir.
What is your plea?
Guilty, sir.
All right, the court will make a finding then that you've made a knowing, intelligent, and voluntary waiver of your constitutional rights that we've discussed, and will accept your plea of guilty. And based upon the statement of facts and your plea, the court will make a finding of guilty. Is there any reason why I shouldn't proceed directly with sentencing at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the state?
Nothing further.
Mr. Brenner?
Your Honor, we would ask that the court adopt the agreed recommended sentence. We've had quite a number of conversations about that, and I feel it's appropriate. Additionally, we would ask that the court find Mr. Cotine to be indigent for purposes purposes of fines and costs. Obviously, he was incarcerated at the time this happened. He will be incarcerated for an extended period of time. And we do not anticipate him having any ability to make any payments on fines or costs.
All right. Mr. Cutine, is there anything you'd like to tell me, sir?
No, sir.
All right. The court has considered the statements made here today, the purposes and the principles of sentencing, the relevant seriousness and recidivism factors. The court has also considered the agreed recommended sentence of the parties and finds it
He
to
is
be
swell.
an appropriate
He's
sentence.
very swell.
So count 2, is this mandatory?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. On count 2, the court is going to order you to serve a minimum term sentence of 11 years, a maximum term sentence of 16 and a half years. On count 3, the court's going to order you to serve 4 years in prison, that to be served prior to and consecutive to the sentence on count 2. So that leaves a total of 15 to 20 and a half years. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You have 0 days jail time credit on these offenses. The court does find and has reviewed the affidavit, finds you're indigent for the
I don't
purpose of any
control them.
fines, costs, or other financial sanctions. Now, you're also subject to this mandatory post-release control, which means upon your release, the adult parole authority will supervise you for a period of up to 5 years, not less than 2 years. If you violate that supervision, you can be returned to prison for up to 1/2 of the court's original minimum term sentence. If your violation is that you commit another felony, you can be returned to prison for 1 year or the period that you have left on PRC, whichever is longer. That time would be consecutive to any additional prison time you get sentenced to. Now, with regard to the opportunity to receive up to 1 day per month for participation in certain education, vocation, or other programs sponsored by the Department of Corrections, that does not apply to the mandatory sentence. And the good time credit that you are eligible for also does not apply to the mandatory sentence. But I will tell you that it is possible to earn between 5 and 15% against your minimum sentence for good behavior. The court has a right to deny that good time credit. A hearing would be held to make that determination. Regardless of whether you receive the good time credit, you will be released when you finish your minimum term
They're for things I think you need, Fuzzy.
sentence unless the Department of Corrections determines that you must remain in prison for bad conduct. The court is not involved in that decision. And that's where the maximum term sentence comes in.
What is that? I'll buy it.
Yes, sir.
What is it?
If you're not released when your minimum term ends, you will serve an
Like,
additional specified period
To
of time.
stop
and
your
given a new
basement
release
from
date,
getting
you will
moist.
serve until that date
I'll buy
unless
that.
you are again denied release. This process could repeat until you are released or you finish your maximum term sentence. You do have a right to appeal the court's decision of your sentence to the 12th District Court of Appeals. If you want to appeal, you must file your notice within 30 days of today's date. If you can't afford to pay for the transcript or anything necessary for your appeal, that can all be provided to you at no cost. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you at no cost. Just one
We're
other
honored
thing
to
with
have you
regard to
here.
this
Thank you.
merger analysis. The court, by stipulation, will find that these are not allied offenses of similar import, and therefore that the offenses do not merge together based upon the stipulation of the parties. Ms. Brenner, is there anything else? Or Ms. Tranter, is there anything else?
No, nothing further.
Mr.
Your Honor.
Brenner, Mr. Kirby, anything else?
No, you're good. Thank you.
Mr. Cutine, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right. Good luck.
All right.
EA.
Okay, we're going to Fleischer next, but I forgot to get him ready. So I will do that real quick. It's like, see, now you know how much work I do every other day. Seamless. It's every other day. It's seamless. Oh man. Oh, I almost threw on another one. Nope, nope, nope. Focus on Judge Fleischer. Please, God, tell me this is from earlier yesterday. Please, please. I don't know. All of his outfits smushed together, and every time I start on my stream, it's so far away from when he streamed that I don't know which day I'm on, which outfit I'm on. I think this is from earlier. Yes. Let's just go to his meetings anyway. He is hot. He is hot. Smoking. Thank you, Shannon. There's our boy, Pharrell. Guys, hit that like button like Melissa's hitting that stamper over there. Smack it, girl.
Your Honor, before you get on Zoom or anything, I think the counselor had a question to ask you before you do that.
Correct. Okay.
I'll throw her under the bus real quick.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Just asking for Lena's. Does Will work today?
Hey.
Stay on our first.
Yeah, sure.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm approaching regarding Raymond Lopez. He is here. I believe he stepped to the bathroom. The last time we were here, you had reset it for us to provide proof that he was in SOP, which I have done. He has since restarted his SOP. You told him he was going to start over. He started the new SOP on the 15th, and it will be finished on October 31st. The reason I'm asking you all these questions is you had stated that you wanted 5 days as a condition to be willing to work with him on probation. I was going to ask, in light of the fact he has already done 90 days in a residential facility with, okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
there has to be some kind of consequence, and him taking off that much, it's.
Okay, so my second question, Your Honor, because his SOP is on Thursdays, he is prepared to go in today, but I had spoken with the clerk when you were out, and because we hadn't signed a modification, we didn't have reporting instructions. Would you be opposed to him going in on Friday so he can be in his SOP class on Thursday?
Yeah, I'm okay with that, sure, of course.
And also, is it okay if we just leave things the way they are so that, I'm asking this question because he is incredibly behind on the intoxilizer. In fact, he's got credit agencies out and he's currently in a scram device. And the last time we were here, you kept him on bond so that he didn't have to pay for that scram. Would it be okay, since he's reporting to you, to let this roll that way, or?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you,
okay with
Judge.
that. We'll just monitor ourselves and just keep him on bond. That way we can continue to pay for him.
I
I'm
appreciate
certainly
that.
okay with that, sure.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Judge.
No, he's doing jail time, that's it, for that kind of, right.
Understood. All right, Your Honor.
And so if you guys want to turn in by Friday,
Braden got a
I'm
membership.
okay with it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Susan, thanks.
And as far as a reset date, do you want us, how much of a reset would you like?
Okay, so does he also have to do IOP? Sure.
He's completed that one. He's currently enrolled in SOP. It's going to be over in October.
When did he do the IOP? 3 years ago?
It was last year, Judge. I have the certificate. I believe it was completed in 23. I have all of his certificates. Intensive outpatient was completed in November of 22. And then, yeah, that was a while back. It was
A while back, drinking after the fact. They were to do
no
it
alcohol, only THC. I
No.
shouldn't speak for
No.
probation, but.
Is there any alcohol?
All of his drug tests, May was THC, March was THC, December was THC, November he was negative.
What else besides the SOP does he need to do? Has he done the education class? Victim
He's
impact?
taken DWI education course. They just wanted the IOP SOP and then compliance with his device.
Okay. And right now he's in compliance with the device?
I need to check his scram to make sure there's no violations.
And her shirt underneath is very, very pretty, Judge. You should wear a low cut white cami underneath.
But he was in lockout with the device because he had to pay the other device because he had.
But we put the scram on it, right? Okay, so if we can check that real quick, and then after that, I guess we'll set it.
And Judge, he did complete a drug and alcohol class this August while this case has been pending.
Okay, great. But it's all stuff that he's doing on his own, and that's, with us, that doesn't fly.
Right,
He's
well, the
gotta do our
SOP
stuff,
that he's-
not what he wants to do.
Right, I understood, and the SOP that he's currently in is through, approved with Harris County, so I'm assuming that he'll have no problem if he
No.
continues that route, okay.
As long as Harris County's okay with it, then I'm okay with it.
And reset 30 days, 60 days, like.
Let's first see the Scran device, let's see how that goes. Tori, when's the last time he's taken a drug test?
His last drug test was May 22nd, so I'll say before one right now.
Please. Yeah, okay, thanks.
Read that. Yeah. I'm just reading it, I'm trying to figure out. It's a weird one. I mean, I don't want to read it, but I'm like. It's just.
Multiple times, I'm not doing this. It's time for you to decide today what you want to do with this case, Mr. Lisi. Either we will set this case for trial today, or you're gonna accept a plea bargain from the state.
No, I want to do trial, sir.
Okay, so have you gone over the evidence with your lawyer? You've seen it? Okay, so let's pick a trial date today. I'm gonna tell you this, though, I'm not playing this game with you. If you want to set this case for trial, we will go to trial.
I understand that,
I
sir.
don't care what's going on. You're hooting and hollering that you want to plead guilty after the fact. Once you set a case, today is the final plea deadline.
Here's how memberships work. If you have gifting turned on your account, someone can gift you a membership, but they can't, I should say you can be gifted a membership. When someone purchases a pack of gifts, YouTube randomly hands them out to people. We don't get to pick who gets the membership. Supposedly, it's for people who are like in chat, like watching the live, but I don't think that's how it works. I just don't. I think it could be anybody who is subscribed but not a member. So you have to be subscribed to the channel, and I think you can't be a channel, but I could be wrong on that. So like I couldn't go to another person's stream and be gifted a membership because I'm a channel. I guess I'm not a person. So just make sure that you have gifts turned on so that if YouTube does it, you get one. If YouTube doesn't, I mean, there's nothing we can do.
Line. So if we set this case, you will be put to trial.
I understand that, Your Honor.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys want to talk about it, or if you're just ready to set it now, or what you guys want to do.
I don't know that.
We
doesn't
discussed
make
it pretty
sense.
thoroughly.
Okay. Okay, so let's get a trial date.
They're gonna give you a list of things.
So state, please get ready, you know, because it looks like this is definitely going to go. So, you know, grab your witnesses, grab your evidence. Ramona,
Yes, Judge?
this is Matthew Lisi. We need a trial date, and this case is extremely old, so the first possible trial date that we have.
Okay, Judge. So what's today?
So we need at least 30 days. So
In case you are wondering, we don't hear an answer to how Ramona's mother is today. I'm sorry.
today's the 20th, so sometime after probably like September 24th. Give or
Yes,
take.
Judge, that would be perfect.
No.
Mr.
No,
Burleson, how's September
no.
24th?
There's two types of YouTube accounts. Like you sign up as a person for YouTube. So mine was Kathy. I signed up when I'm in a chat room. Kathy comes up, And then I transformed it into a channel. So now I'm a channel. I still have my Kathy account. I never get on it. And now I'm I'm a channel. And you can be a channel or you can be a person. And I think you have to be a channel to be monetized. So that doesn't make sense only because we've seen people actively in chat not get memberships while hundreds and hundreds of regular subscribers who have never chatted once get them. So I don't know if it's, I mean, I can't hurt to chat. It can't hurt because if you notice, the chat gets green. It does get green. So I guess it does make sense and it doesn't make sense. Who knows? It's YouTube. If you guys can figure out YouTube, you'd be freaking geniuses. But whoever did get green, congratulations. Beverly, that's the nicest thing anybody said to me today. But it is 6 a.m.
Checking it out, Your Honor. Yes, I can do September 24th.
Okay, it's yours. Can you give me just a brief rendition of the PC, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't remember.
Want to go for a piece? In Harris County, Texas, officers were conducting an investigation. The complainant witness, who lives out of state, made a report via phone call. The complainant witness is a 65-year-old man. He stated he had met a suspect named Rick online, who offered to sell the complaining witness a BDSM kit for $735. And they met through a website called manhunt.com. Rick instructed the complaining witness to wire the money to a bank in the name of defendant Matthew Lisi. Complaining witness never received anything. Rick later contacted the complaining witness asking for more money, and the complaining witness realized he was being scammed. The bank was subpoenaed, and defendant's account at complaining witness's deposit.
So he basically got money from a 65-year-old guy in exchange for some kind of goods that the guy never received.
Sort of goods.
Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Lisi, we'll set your case for jury trial for September
24th, Judge, and that's our only trial set so far that day.
Counsel, if you have any motions, if you have any kind of thing that you want to talk about, come 2 weeks prior to, and we can discuss any kind of evidence that you want, any kind of motions in limine, any kind of an exclusion, redactions, anything that you need like that. 2 weeks prior to, we'll go through that. That way we're ready to go on the day of trial. Okay? All right. Is there a final, what's the plea? What's the
offer, Your Honor?
They've offered you time served, just so that you know. Is that the only offer in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
So what that means is that if you were to plead guilty, you would walk out of here today is proverbial slap on the wrist. You're welcome to take that deal until the end of the day today. If not, we will have your case set for trial on that day, and then we'll just go on the 24th. Okay?
I'm pleading.
Yeah, and look, I'm not asking you to
No.
just, as my job, have to let you know what the plea bargain offer is, whether you want to take it or reject it. And in the event you reject it, we just set up a trial and we just have a jury of 6 look at it and go make a decision. Okay? All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you in a month.
Thank you, Your Honor.
People love getting gifted memberships. They get so happy.
I'm waiting. Thank you.
All right, y'all are free to go.
Basically, there is. I would also say, sorry.
Crystal, isn't that special got a membership? Wow, he's a channel. Maybe I can be a member of other channels. I never even tried. I thought I couldn't. Hi, legal.
It's correct. Yeah, it's a week old. We know he records his own part. It's like, yeah.
Yesterday morning was so long ago. I forgot how dead court was today. It was just slow. You are, Beverly. If I did get branded, I would know. I mean, I don't know.
You are on probation in this court, Mr. Ulloa, for unlawful carrying of a weapon. And you've now picked up another unlawful carrying of a weapon.
In the past.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Year, on February 16th, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle for failure to maintain a single lane. The defendant stated he had a pistol in the center console. The pistol was in plain view under the steering column, tucked into a piece of the interior of the vehicle. This is in a holster. A defendant had a medical emergency, high blood sugar, and had to be taken to the hospital.
Mr. Ulloa, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on the new case. I'm not PR bond in this case. I am revoking your PR bond, and I'm now taking you into custody. You're also on probation. I'm on probation for this case. You also tested positive for cocaine. One of the conditions of his probation not to have a gun.
You're so
This was in
loud.
February before I signed for probation.
I'm not going to talk to you about this now.
Okay.
I will appoint a lawyer and then we will talk about it.
No, sir. It doesn't say anything about firearms. They just wanted him to complete it for safety class.
Okay. Come up, Mr. Aguilar.
Yes.
Rachel, you tested positive for marijuana only, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Aguilar, you will be tested 31 days from today. If you test positive for marijuana again, you will go to jail. And I'm going to make your bond extremely high. Do you understand? Yes or no? Did you graduate from high school?
GED.
Do you have your GED?
Sure. It's at home.
Okay. What are you doing with yourself now?
I work my dad a yard.
I want you to get a full-time job. You understand, like a legitimate 40-hour week, a job. You have too much time on your hands and you're getting into trouble nonstop, over and over and over, to the tune of now, was it 9 cases? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm done with it. And I'm done with you picking up cases. And the only way this is going to stop is if you start becoming a productive member of our society. That's what I expect from you. Do you understand? So you either get a full-time job or get into school full-time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks from today. And I want you to show me what you have done to get a job. If you have done nothing and you not put any applications in, life between you and I will not go well. Do you understand? I will notate absolutely everything that transpires now.
Hey, John.
When you come back in 2 weeks, I want to see proof of your GED. You understand? I want you to bring it to me so I can see it. Okay, Josh, let's set it off 2 weeks to see what he's done to get a job, and then he has to bring proof of his GED as well. And then we'll go from there. If you've done nothing to find a full-time job, I'm telling you, I'm not going to be happy. And now, if I'm not happy, things just won't go well. Do you understand, Ms. Aguilar? Above all else, do not use any dope whatsoever or alcohol. You will be tested.
Fozzie is probably dressed in a furry right now.
All right. Good luck, Mr. Aguilar. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Judge, can you send the dismissal so I can do the conditions?
Say it again.
Can you send the dismissal so I can enter the conditions?
Yes.
Judge, what are we doing with Aguilar?
So 2 weeks for a job. I also want him at the next setting to bring proof of his GED. So if you can put that on the reset so he doesn't forget to bring proof of the GED. And then no smoke, he'll be tested in 31 days again. Yeah. Hey, Joseph. Good morning. How are you, man? Good to see you. What's new?
Fozzie sent me a picture of
Banda? Okay.
him right now.
Planning on submitting a mitigation packet by the end of the week.
Is he here?
Yes.
Mr. Banda? Does he speak English?
He does, Judge.
You've had, and you've been working on getting this information to your lawyer now for 4 months. What is the holdup?
There's no excuses.
You're right. There is no excuse. 4 months. You don't have it to him by Friday. The next time you get here, you will be set for trial, and everything that you've worked for nothing, because I will not accept any more thing. I won't give you any more time.
Donald sent me
If
a
you don't have
picture of him.
absolutely every single thing that Joseph requests by the next time you come here, you will be put to
That's
trial.
Donald right now.
And I will not entertain any more offers from you. It's insulting that he's had to ask 4 months to get the information from you. Do you understand? All right, so we'll give you a week. If you don't have it done, it's set the trial. That's it.
Excuse me, Tyler.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
How are you, sir?
Who do we have here?
This is Tyler Elsie, Judge.
Okay.
2 cases on your docket. We've worked out an agreement to plead to 1 and have 1 dismissed.
When are we pleading?
We're going to keep the terroristic threat, Judge.
Okay. You know, that's a dangerous thing, Mr. Elsie, because this is a terroristic threat. If you continue with the same course of conduct, it's very possible.
I'm sorry, I have to ask, Fozzie, did you say judges? Is it the judge that's on vacation this week? It can't be. He just got back. Was it someone else? It wasn't the judge, is it? The judge is really going to be in this week, right? I'm absolutely counting on him to be in this week. If he's not in this week and I have to work doubles, I'm in big trouble.
It's very possible that the DAs file felony charges against you. And then you're looking at a minimum of 2 years, 10 years in prison if you continue with the same course of conduct. So I would be very careful. Do you understand?
I understand completely, sir.
Okay. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Mr. Elsie, once you plead guilty, this charge will go on your record. It will be there forever. From now on, you're looking at a minimum of 30 days in jail for anything that you pick up. Is this what you want to do?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense? Are guilty or not guilty?
Guess I'll plead guilty.
Okay, I will find you guilty. And what is the sentence, guys? Say it again.
57 days and 19 days credit, and it has an
So the sentence, Mr. Elsie, is 57 days in jail, credit for the 19 days that you've done. So you're walking out of here today. I have to know, is it true that you had a prior trespass? Past.
And my when I first got here to Houston, I was.
It's okay. I just wanted to know if.
One trespassing charge, but I was actually looking for someone.
Mr. Elsie, look, please be careful. Don't do the same thing because they're going to hit you with felony charges. All right? Good luck to you, sir. Thanks. True to me.
That neither of those words can be right. There ain't no use in them. Someone throw some use in there.
Yeah.
Madonna.
Good morning, Judge. I'm just approaching on a motion to substitute.
Yeah, I'll sign it for you. Just if you want to tell Melissa.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Is it on docket today, man? Is it on docket today?
Flores, Michael.
I'll put PTI off, right?
Okay, hi. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, no, you're okay. I am here to approach on a motion to sub
Okay.
for our client.
Is it on docket today?
It is not, it's off docket.
Okay.
I had her put it in your.
Yeah, I just happen to put it in the queue. I'll
It's
sign it.
already in the queue, sorry. It's 2489877.
Milo?
Yes.
Oh, you're taking out Mr. Pollan? Did y'all work together or?
No.
No? Okay. Okay, I'll sign it for you. How old is the case? Is it old? Or do you know what the next setting is by chance?
The next setting, I'm not entirely sure. It's coming up here pretty soon. I know that. He just signed on last week, I
Looks
believe.
like you guys are set for September 30th.
Yeah, for pretrial.
For the ERD. You're
I
an
also
ERD.
want to
Okay.
know
Okay.
so badly.
So yeah, you guys are set over there. So I'll send it for you.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, myself, Your Honor. I am here on Samaria Morgan. She is in custody.
Oh, I love him.
Okay, tell me about Samaria.
Your Honor, it looks like she just picked up another case. And she has two cases.
Lena's will is on.
She's set
There
for
you go,
bail
guys.
review.
Maybe she'll come back now.
And it looks like there's been a few missed court dates on the older case.
Yeah. We have it at, I don't understand what's,
So on that one, Judge, page 31.
yeah,
While it was an open one, so she picked up-
right. I set the bond at 5,000 too, but it looks like the magistrate set it at 1,500 and didn't give him a bond. And then gave him a PR bond on the new case. Okay, so I'm gonna revoke the PR bond.
What in God's name did I just see, and how did I not see this before? What? This is true? Is this true? It can't be. Judge King has been removed from docket. What did McConaughey say? McConaughey doesn't play around, but neither does Judge King. I'm on Judge King's side. I am. I'm just looking, guys. I wish all these ads would go away. How did we not know about this? Did we all know about this but me? Did everybody know about this but me? I guess Fozzie knew. See, this is how you need to post to me so that I see it. There's so many chats. There's just so many. And then every day a new chat room opens up that I have to look at. Okay, I'm on Judge King's side. I'm telling you, I'm on Judge King's side. I don't have time to watch them anymore, Beverly, because I spend every single second messing up my my own content. I feel like hurt. I feel hurt personally because I love him. I want only the best for him. I think he's amazing. And he should be. He should be. It wasn't. It was from the Detroit paper. That was real. Oh, we're not talking. So, yeah, that's me for not knowing. But how could I know? Sorry, guys. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. 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 I was shocked. That shocked me.
Right?
For which one?
The new case. So actually, Deputy, do you mind bringing out Samaria Morgan, please? She's in court 8. Court 8, right. She's in court 8. Please. I mean, it's fair that she hears this. That's why. Yes, please. Eric. Hey, yeah, you want to talk to me real quick while we're waiting?
I'm sorry, Judge.
Waiting on someone.
Okay, so Judge, I've got 2 on your docket today. Tristan Pickney is the first one. DWI, it's 2 months
Not old,
old.
whatever you want.
What was that?
80 days, I don't care.
Okay, gotcha. I was gonna grab a reset because I'm still waiting on a bunch of stuff.
Just a sec.
The next one is David Thompson, Judge. It's David.
Yeah,
David
I don't
Thompson.
care.
And that one also is 3 months old. It's 90 days. A little closer now. Thank you, Judge. Appreciate you.
Not till
Have
it
a
gets
good
old.
afternoon.
I'm gonna fight for people myself. I should do that. I should. I love everything.
So the other one is
Today to get me this candle.
Every day.
Can't see it.
Oh,
It is
8, 10, 10 days.
Lakeside and Bird. Can't smell it yet. I live for a while. Can't smell it. Want my money back.
I'll actually do
Right though, because
Oh, yeah.
down the street they sell incense, and I pick a bunch of flavors in one bag, and I love it.
Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Morgan. How's jail?
It's okay, it's my first time.
Why don't you show up? Why don't you come back? You don't show up.
Okay.
We let you out of jail. We give you a piece of paper that tells you when you have to come back,
Yes, sir.
and you don't come back. And then we put you in jail again, and then we give you another piece of paper that tells you you got to come back, and then you don't come back again. And then now
Okay.
you picked up a new case while you're on lam 2 times over. So you now have 2 open cases, both of them being criminal trespasses, and you are a flight risk because you don't come back. Do you understand what's going on?
Yes, sir.
I can't give you any more PR bonds because you don't come back. What do we need to do to get you to come back?
I'm supposed to come back on the 23rd or whatever, so as soon as I get my check, I was gonna pay it off to come back.
Posters don't mean anything.
That's the promise of the thumbs up I am.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions,
I mean, everything.
and yet it means nothing. Because you promise us over and over that you're gonna come back, and you don't. What are you doing in life?
Yeah, I'm trying to get me an apartment, trying to get my kids back, and trying to stay on my feet.
You living on the street or where?
Yes.
If no one that'll take you in?
No. I'm too close to the TV going backwards.
Do you have anyone that'll take you in?
Yes, I just want to go, yes, sir.
I'm in.
Who?
My mama.
The only way I'm letting you out is if I know that someone's gonna take you in, and they will be able to bring you to court.
Yes, sir.
If that doesn't happen, then I'm gonna keep you with me.
Yeah, that's the problem. I can have someone do that.
So what we'll do is I've appointed Mr. Elick to represent you. You can give him your mom's phone number, or if you want, I'll call her right now and we can chat with her to see if she'll take you. But if she's not ready to take you and bring you to and from court, then I'm not letting you out.
Okay.
Your Honor, I do have her mother's phone number now.
Yeah, would you mind reaching out and see what,
I
you know?
can,
Her mama's phone
Take her,
number.
there's no rush, take your time. Yeah, we're gonna reach out to her to see how she can help you out, but living on the street, man, you look 72 when you're only 13 or 25. It's a hard living. And at some point, it's gonna catch up with you. It's
Legally,
gonna
that's
bite you
huge,
right in the boo-boo.
Judge.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be approached, Your Honor.
Thanks, Jim.
This is Miss Ashley Moore.
Good morning, Ms. Moore. Did you hear everything I told her? It applies to you too. Why can't we get you to come to court?
I don't have a good
I
excuse.
love this judge.
You know, if you would have appeared, I bet you that this case would have gotten dismissed. You know what I mean?
I know.
Because the prosecutors that we have in here, they're so nice, they're like little rainbows. I tell you what, I promise you, all you had to do was show up and you probably would have gotten it dismissed. But now because you failed to appear, it's gonna end up as a conviction on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life, even after you die. You ever pick up another one of these cases. And when I mean this, all you have to do is grab someone's arm, squeeze a little bit to where it hurts a little bit. Boom, you're looking at 10 years in prison.
That's a good question. Maybe you have to buy one.
As it stands now, you have the
Unnecessary.
felony case upstairs, the possession of a controlled substance. Is that what's guiding your life now? You can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. Is that
Right,
what's guiding
right,
is that guiding your
yes.
life right now?
Well,
I lie to myself every day. I'm doing it right now.
I don't want to lie to anyone. I'm gonna have to say, yes, it was.
It's time for you to stop before you
Right.
end up in a grave, in prison for 25 years, or looking so rough.
Lori,
You know, have you ever seen the meth users after 5 years? They look like roadkill. They have the mind of someone that looks like roadkill. It ravages your body, it ravages your mind. It may be fun for the first couple times, but I'm telling you, chasing that high sucks after a while. You're gonna do things that you never thought you would do. Sell your body. You're now charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. How do you plead to the offense, ma'am?
That's me.
You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Ms. Moore, this comes as an affirmative finding of
Raven, I hear Judge Simpson's docket today is going to be awesome. You should go see it.
family violence. You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea. You can never have a gun. If you ever pick up another one of these cases, you'll be facing a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. Straighten up and fly right. The only other thing I'm going to tell you is that the court you're in is extremely, extremely tough in felony court. You muck that upstairs, you'll be doing some serious, serious time.
Yes, sir.
All right, how do you
I
plead?
do take what you're saying to heart. I do. I'm listening.
Look, you can either do it, at some point, you can't live like this forever. It'll catch up to you. So how do you plead to the assault, ma'am? Guilty.
Yes, I'm guilty. Guilty.
I'll find you guilty. I will sentence you to it. There's an affirmative finding, ma'am. Good luck to you. If you ever want help, come back. We will help you. I have resources. I won't charge you a thing. All you gotta do is come back and say that you need help. Lori will help you too.
Yeah, my car.
Yes, I do.
All right.
Hey, John.
Judge, I'm approaching on a young man, Mr. Now I've totally lost my
Who is
train
it?
of thought. Mr. Escobar, Sebastian Escobar. Judge, he's provided me, he's so close to getting his GED. He missed it by 3 wrong questions. He's trying. Maybe he can,
So when did you take the test, Mr. Escobar? When did you take the test?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. I took the test like 6 days ago because I kept practicing and I don't know. I mean, I guess I didn't practice too
Is
much.
this new? Is this neck tattoo new? All the money you're spending on ink instead of,
No. I am spending money on GD too. Oh, my bad.
failed it?
You said what, sir?
You failed the test?
By 3 questions.
Okay, so when are you gonna take it again?
Sorry, guys. Guess what I had just a bit ago? So my dinner was just a bit ago. I don't care. It's fine. Don't judge me. My dinner was, that's why I thought the oven was on, because I just had dinner. I made the worst meal you could possibly eat. I don't know how many calories was in it, but I bet it was like a billion. So I made a bacon cheeseburger pie. So because it's like a cheeseburger is just, I guess, not enough for me. I made it a whole pie, and it was so good. You want some? You should come over because really, I don't know how to make meals just for me. I don't know how. It's impossible. So I made 2 pies, and I'm alone all week. So you should come over. Fozzie, by the way, everybody loved the donuts. They said thank you, thank you, thank you.
I would say today.
No.
In
Mr. Escobar.
3 days, because I only missed it by 3 answers.
But you have to study for it, man. You can't just take it and think that you're gonna do well just by guessing. It doesn't work like that. You have to study, you have to read,
I'm sure you've
you
been
have to
there.
look through the material. Otherwise, you're gonna get the same result. You're gonna keep failing it until you look through the material and read it and take the time.
Yes, sir.
Of course they can. They've done it, but he's done it before.
week, 2 weeks.
No, a week. I want you to do it. I mean, you're close. Is this the last section that he has to do to get the GED?
It looks like he's.
I just gotta do one more class.
Thank you so much.
So which is the one that you failed?
I did the language art. I passed the history.
Okay, great.
And I gotta do the math.
Nice.
Okay.
So I guess the test result he gave me was for the language, the liberal arts portion. So after that, then he moves to the final portion, which is the math.
No, I think that one was a different one.
It doesn't say, but you still have to do the liberal arts, the English portion, and then you have to do the math portion, right?
That was one of the 3. I just haven't done the math one.
Careful with the baby.
All right, no good.
So I think he still has to pass 1, and then you still have to pass the math, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, so you still have 2 that you have to pass.
And I think that's what he.
Right.
That's what he
I'm not
basically
sure of a
said.
week he's gonna be able to get.
No. Baby steps.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's
A
get the
week to
one,
yeah, okay.
pass the
I got
one,
you.
and then we'll move on to math.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, thank you, sir.
I want you to look through it for the next couple days, sign up for the test next week.
Yes, sir, I will.
Look through the material. Don't just take the test willy-nilly. You have to read through the material and study for it.
Yes, sir.
That's how you pass things.
Yes, sir.
All right? Okay.
Do you want required?
Yeah, not until he passes everything. Yeah. Mr. Slider.
Yes, we have,
Good to see you, man.
How you doing? Javion Clark. It looks like the TRAS is set
Tomorrow, right?
tomorrow, so you want to, well, they won't have anything by Friday. How do you want to do this?
Well, let's carry it until we get it. So if he's taking it tomorrow, what's today? Tuesday? So he takes it Wednesday. She said we could have a preliminary
Some kind of preliminary.
by Friday, she
You want to set
thinks.
it for Friday?
It's not the full scale
Yes.
written.
It was some type of
At
summary.
least we will know where they're headed to and we can advise them.
That's cool. I'll see if she can put it on Friday and then we can kind of take it from there.
Sure.
Good seeing you, Judge.
Hey, you too.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Hey, Michael. You ever heard from Dad? His dad?
I've asked mom, but I don't think her dad is.
Fun fact, little kittens are hard as blank to catch when you want them. And they're hard as blank to get rid of when you don't want them. So, no, I didn't, because they will not allow me to at all. Have you seen me pull one kitten up? I got 7 kittens here. I have 7 kittens in this room with me right now, and they're just nowhere near me. I do have Mama. She doesn't like when I pick her up, but I'm going to. This is Mama. She's oh, oh, come on, let go. You got this. It's okay. Come on, together. She is the mama of the orange cats that I have, but she doesn't like anybody. She doesn't like people. She doesn't like me. She doesn't like her kittens anymore because she's weaning them. So every time anything gets near this cat, she scratches them. No, I don't have 7. I have 7 kittens and the mom with me right now because my daughter's on vacation and I'm babysitting. Fozzie, I'm gonna start digging a hole in my backyard.
I mean, dad is here, he used to stay, but I don't know if dad's concerned. I'll go a little deeper and see, just to make sure it's not a work thing of why he can't be here or contact me, but he hasn't reached out to me.
I'm curious whether Dad has any input and whether he cares or not. That's why. It looks like Mom's gonna be the major ball player here, so, okay. I don't know when we do at some point let him out. I don't know if Dad is a good role model for him.
Dad might not be strong enough to figure out what's going on. It's not a rocket science, raising kids doesn't come with a playbook, but it's not rocket science to figure out, what's going on with it. Okay, sounds good, Judge. Thanks.
John D.
Yes.
We're gonna get it one way or the other.
I know, all we can do, you're right, made the steps, how we can.
I will not accept anything until it's.
No problem. Lydia had 3 quarters on this was great. Yeah, that's
I cannot, Fozzie. I tried. I did, but they're under my mantle. And my mantle goes real close to the floor, and they can fit under there, but I can't. I have a broom, so I could have just swooped one out real quick, but I don't want to scare them anymore. Not even for you, although I would. Except the floor is really far down, and then I get down on the floor, I take the broom, and then who's going to help me get back up again? There's nobody here. Exactly, Donald. Hi, Miss Glow. No, I'm not going to. I'll show you a kid. Hold on.
Do what? Of course I do. I know because I just got that. But I'm gonna open it. Or you can, feel free.
There you go, Fozzie. There's your kitten.
Anything goes to Skittles. That's good stuff. I'm calling him right now.
No, I got you, Judge. I mean, that's all I can tell you is.
Luna?
Thank you.
Well, yeah, it's just let me take you backstage. That's all I'm just trying to do.
Yeah, don't worry. That's all I let you talk to.
Cause I just got my ID back. I am social. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. All you can do is.
Yeah, I'm just really just trying to get back going with my foot in the door. Since I got out of jail, that's why I really been at. I ain't even got no clothes. Where you staying? I still with my mom right now, my sister in a park.
Well, I told him that already.
She went and got some food stuff for him the other day.
You got some food stuff for him?
She had food stuff.
You're gonna have to get a piss test today. I'm hoping what you told me is right. Because if it shows up positive, you ain't gonna believe a damn thing you say.
Cause look, this one's because I knew K2, he had other things in it. So like, yeah, some other things like that. You know, they could still be from around it. Just how they do those drugs. Okay, so because they be lacing them with those drugs.
Tested before he came to court. So all these things should be the value, the level.
Physical fitness is very important, Fozzie.
Spiking, that's going to tell a different story. Correct? Good. Okay.
So I've heard.
Have you read the report?
You're in trouble now, Mr.
No, I went over it just to give him the gist, so we haven't had time to dissect it carefully. But his current situation is this, Judge, since he was released from jail and he took the TRAS, he has a stable living environment. He's moved in with his sister and his mom. He does have custody of his son. Hold on, if you may, he went to get all of his papers. He's got food stamp.
You're high right now, man.
Really?
And I told him, Judge,
Only
he's
a
gonna have
bit.
to go get his urine tested. If the levels are spiking or anything like that or positive, then he's pretty much down.
I'd like a full panel though, because I want to know if he's using K2. And we'll see.
All we
heard that before.
No.
So if we wait, Judge, then we can revisit it when it comes back. I just don't know when it's gonna come back. We may need to reset, but I can come back with you
No.
in an hour or so. and
No,
see.
I know that you don't want me to follow the recommendation. Well, more specifically, he doesn't want me to. But we have experts in the field when they do these evaluations to see what is the proper avenue to tackle what is going on in your life so that you start going on the straight and narrow, right?
What was the rest? You asked him, there was a question? Okay. There was a question? You was asking me a question?
No, I'm telling you. You have 3 open criminal cases. You routinely smoke K2 over and over. You are unable to stop, and you tell me that you have possession of a 4-year-old kid. Not only that, you're introducing K2 to other people.
Think it is, y'all. Really ain't like that. I got my 4-year-old right now. Just got us some food stamps. Got food stamps in my pocket right now. Yeah, I know.
So first things first, Rachel, do you mind sending him for a full panel, please? And a full panel, because I'd like to know what and every single thing that's in his system, please.
Yeah, I'm not done, y'all.
Put it away.
I got that for my son.
Let's go get you tested.
I'm glad that you do,
Yeah, I'm
but
trying
the
to do something
problem
right.
is we need to get you off the K2, is what needs to happen.
I already out K2. I didn't smoke K2 since last time I got out of jail. I ain't on nothing. I'm not on nothing right now. I'm just trying to go home.
Sorry?
Go home, man. Everybody be thinking I'm doing something bad.
All they want you to do is go get your urine tested.
Yeah, it's cool.
If it
I'm
backs up
ready,
everything, then that changes the complexion of everything. So be patient.
Test that we have will hopefully show.
Okay, so only because it gets a little confused in this courtroom. K2 is synthetic weed. Kush is real weed. It's just a strain of weed. It's just one of the strains. So it gets a little confusing in this courtroom. K2 is synthetic. Kush is real, but they get mingled. So there you go.
If your system is negative, then I'll pat you on your back, send you on your way. But if you're using, then I'm going to keep you. Because I think that it's important, especially if you have a 4-year-old that you're guiding through life. If you can't even guide yourself, how on earth are you going to guide a 4-year-old and you have an unborn baby on the way as well? How on earth are you going to provide for these kids? They need food, they need clothes, they need love. And if you're constantly smoking K2, how is that going to happen?
I got a job. I don't smoke no K2. I got a job.
What
Working
job
at
do you
labor
have?
right now, labor max staff.
What job do you have?
Labor max staff. It's a hiring company. It's a staffing company. It's not a full-time job, but it's a part-time job. I work maybe 3-4 times a week.
At your age, you should be working 50 to 60 hours a week to provide for your family. That's what you should.
At least the 30, what, 30 some hours?
Sir, it's not really a conversation.
You know, you have your own perceived notions of how things should go. And I'm telling you, the way it's going is not right. You, because of the K2, have anger issues and you know it. So you can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself, and it will continue to happen until you face these things head on and stop the path that you're on. That's it. So.
Take time, y'all. Takes time.
I agree with you. And that's why these things, what we have planned for you, it's not something that happens overnight. It's over the course of 1 to 2 years that I'm going to keep you with me and expect you to do this program with me. I'm giving you a heads up now. It's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's when, and it's going to. But the first thing I want to know right now, what, if anything, is in your system? And then I will bring you back and we will go from there. In the interim, I would like John to talk with you about what this is. Do you have some kind of, I guess, leaflet or brochure or some kind of information on status that we can give him? Okay.
Judge, do you mind if I get that?
Yes, absolutely. I want you to get prepared, Mr. Wright. Okay, Rachel, please.
Winter is coming.
Short lease life anyway, so.
Yeah. No, not a couple weeks. It's, yeah, please.
You want him to, you want us to.
John D, get ready. So, here, please. Hey, Hunter.
Hey, I have a Templeton in custody. Judge, I'm just approaching because one of the cases is older, so the theft case is from 2019. Reviewing what is available to me, it looks, and what she told me was that when she missed, and I didn't for some reason catch this when I first got on the case, but when I missed, she was told that she didn't have to come back. There was a anti-theft class that was submitted. It sounds like maybe her.
So I'm not giving her a PR bond.
Okay.
She's taken off 5 different times. And then the only reason we have her now is because she picked up a new case.
Right.
It's the
Whoever smelt it, dealt it.
only reason we have her. Otherwise, she would still be in the win. So.
And yeah, in the new case, they're still trying to reach out to the CW. I was just seeing if she can't afford it. If anything, if you would lower the bonds.
No, we'll see her.
And we'll reset a week.
So, and I was gonna say, let's.
That's what we're gonna ask.
The other thing is this, I'd like to set up our TRS now, so we don't wait.
Sure.
You know.
I mean, if it's a
think that
week,
this-
I'm sure we can.
Right, in the interim, I'd like to, if you're okay with it, set it for TRS to see what they recommend, you know, because I don't know what's going on in her life, but the TRS will tell us, so that way we know which way do we head. Does she have a substance abuse problem? Is she on the street? But, I mean, you know more than I do. I don't know. All I know is that she's taken off on us at least 4 or 5 times.
I don't think this is a homelessness issue, Judge.
No, she lives with family.
Yeah, she's not homeless. But
They
we'll
just
figure it
can't
out.
afford it.
She just doesn't come back.
Like I said, the theft one, it looks like that she completed an anti-theft class and turned it in. And so I don't know what was I wasn't the attorney then. I don't know what was communicated. I don't know. You know, it makes.
Do you know if she did that, Pavel, or no? Or are you saying that it can be because she said she completed it?
No. It's in the state's files. She completed an anti-theft class. It was back in 2020.
Yeah, but she stole the answer sheet.
Judge Padilla was on the case.
Who?
Jessica Padilla.
Okay. You take over the files that you just talked to me about.
Regardless, how long do you want? A week for them?
We were asking for a week. Judge.
Let's do that. I'm gonna order TRAS now so we can see what they say, and then let's come back. It'll be done by the time we come back and then we'll see where we go. Shatori, do you mind on Ms. Templeton, please?
Is she feeling okay now? Is she all good?
Yeah. March 7th, 2020.
Yes. Judge, quick question. We're resetting for 1 week for what you said.
Your membership ran out.
You don't want to come back after the
No, but hey, full panel, everything. Pop and then a full panel. Both.
We'll figure it out next week.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Pete, come on up.
The guy. I think this is the guy, guys. I think.
Yes.
Your case is old. It's 180 days. The state has made an offer for you where they've offered you time served. Between now and then, we need to know whether you want to accept that offer. I'm not giving you a full reset because your case is 180 days. I will give you a couple weeks, but at the next time when you come here, you must make a decision whether you want to accept that case or not. If you do not, I will set your case for trial. That is the final plea deadline as well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You will not get any more time after that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah.
You have, Chris. Thank you so much. You're supposed to roast somebody. I'm waiting for it, but you went away.
Isn't it? That's not it.
It's in there. I'll have to sign
There you go.
I'm just waiting to respond.
I feel that, Judge.
Hi.
All right, I did speak to her mother. She's not able to go there.
Mom doesn't want her? Or
Mom
won't?
has her kids, and I believe per CPS, she's not allowed to be there. So.
So be careful.
Yes, sir.
You get out.
Open
I
YouTube.
don't think you can get over there.
Open YouTube in a browser on your phone, not in the app.
If you go over there, it's gonna be a problem for the kids,
Yes, sir.
you know? Let me ask you this, would you want your kids to be like you?
No, my kids be better than me. My kids are gonna be better than me. All 7 of my kids. Yes,
I have 7 kittens. She has 7 kids. We are
yes, sir.
twinsies.
Kids need to grow up to be, you know, productive members, huh?
Yes, sir.
You're charged with, is it 2 counts of criminal trespass? Do you know which one we're going on?
It's the older case.
So the 251 and the other, so you're charged with 2 counts as part of the plea bargain. They're going to dismiss one. You're pleading guilty to the other one. You must understand that this charge will go on your record. It will be there forever. From now on, Miss Morgan, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You know, the only other thing I will tell you is that if you show up to court, good things happen.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, good things happen to those who show up. So if you ever pick up another criminal case, don't shy away. We'll give you lawyers. We'll give you resources, whatever you want. All you have to do is show up.
Yes, sir.
Giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers.
21 days.
If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. you understand?
Yes, sir.
This is what you want to do, man?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense of criminal trespass?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead?
Guilty.
Find you guilty, sentence you to 21 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 10 days that you've done. Good luck to you this morning. Thank you. Thank you for calling mom and checking. I appreciate it. Right.
Officer Uloa.
Yes.
So, looking at the case that was recently filed predates the MAJ by
Really?
over a year.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was offense date of 2/16/23. He was placed on probation on 2/24 of this year, I think, or 2 something of this year. 2/22. I was close.
Did you, where's, no, did you know that? Did you see that?
Yes, I did see that, Your Honor.
I did.
Yeah, I don't know why it took them so long.
The new case isn't, I don't believe, alleged in the MAJ.
Is it still within the statute limitation or no?
Legal, Linus, I don't know, legal, if you're still here. Did I skip the part about the trial that's coming up at the beginning? I played it from the beginning. What? Remember he was talking about that very, very interesting trial that's coming up? Did I miss it? Is it? I thought it was at the beginning. I didn't think it was this far in. I think I missed it, guys.
Did you see?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Let's take a look.
It should be.
Hold on, let's
Should be 2 years though. I think it's 2 years.
Y'all are gonna be real confused about his comments if I missed it.
I don't think that's one of the year ones.
It's 2 years, Your Honor.
Yeah. But still.
Regardless, right.
Yeah. The fact remains is, I think he had a couple of positives. One where he showed up, they had him in the wrong spot. They said he was in the wrong spot. So they told him to come back the next day. Goes back the next day, he's unable to provide a sample. He knows he screwed up on the positives. I believe everything else is done. He's paid his fees, done everything else.
I'm not going to set term. Right.
I'm not asking for that. I'm just asking for, a PR bond on this case. So we can get the body cams on the other one. The state did look this morning. They don't have the body cams yet. They claim that on the new old case, I guess, the pistol was inside a compartment under the steering column, but then they say it's in plain view. Well, inside a compartment under the steering column is not plain view. That would be, you have to search for it.
My concern are the
Positives.
Positive of
Correct.
cocaine use after
Yeah.
cocaine use after cocaine use after cocaine use. That's my concern, right?
What the last one's like,
And who knows when the last one was, right? I mean, we're not going to get, so, does he have a Texas driver license? Do you know, Logan?
Your Honor. Takes about 30 seconds.
There's a number, whether it's valid or not, it's a different story.
Right.
Is that eligible, Your Honor? It expires in 2025.
Do you mind bringing up Mr. Yulon, please?
Why they took so long?
I don't know.
I think that's the longest I've seen.
We've seen actual cases filed like 3 days prior to the statute. Running. Mhm.
I don't think I've had one that's even come close.
It was in an assault case I saw.
Yeah.
So I've seen it run real close.
Well, but my issue is here, like.
The UCW, I don't know.
He was there.
It must have
There's no reason to
fallen,
do a 2B.
it must have fallen through the cracks, somehow, and someone maybe noticed it and they ended up filing.
I guess, I don't know.
This will not be easy for you. And I'm telling you now that if you test positive for cocaine one more time, I will put you into a treatment facility. I will hold you in contempt, slap you with 180 days in jail, probate that for 2 years, and put you into a rehab facility in the jail where the minimum is a 9-month stint if you respond well to treatment. That's what you have waiting for you if you test positive for cocaine one more time. You will be required to come here Monday and Thursday for the foreseeable future to take a drug test. Do you understand? So the first one will be today. I'm sending you for a drug test. And if you don't do it or you don't come back, you will get a $100,000 bond. Do you understand?
I'll go to the drug test.
And from now on, you will come here every Monday and every Thursday to take a drug test to prove to me that you're not consuming. And like I said, you will be signing an affidavit right now promising me that you're not going to use. So if you do, I will have a contempt hearing. And if they prove it to me, 180 days, I'll probate it for 2 years and put you in a rehab facility. You understand? I'm ordering you also as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol and not to be in possession of weapons. You are now on bond in this court for 2 cases. So I'm telling you, you screw up one time, I can make your bond really, really high. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
Church a minute.
Then you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Sure.
That will also be on the affidavit that you're going to sign here before you go. So if you use cocaine, if you have a gun or any weapon, or if you drive, I'm going to light you up. Do you understand?
Sure.
He gets an insurance judge and we present that to the court.
You can always, right. If he gets it, he comes to me, shows me that it has it in his name, then we can talk. Absolutely.
Sure. And Judge, Mr. Ulloa has indicated that if he were to urine sample today, it would be positive.
I would like to know for what. That's why I'm sending it. I know you're going to be positive. Mr. Ulloa, you have these demons. It is on you to fight these demons on the outside by yourself. And if you cannot do it, I'm going to do it for you. And I promise you, you're not going to like the way that I do it. How old are you?
47 years old.
How old are you?
47 years old.
You're 47 years old. You do not look like you're in the best of shape either. What do you think cocaine does to a 47-year-old? You're not an 18. What do you think it does to your body? You don't have the body of an 18. You're a heart attack that's walking. You're really a walking heart attack waiting to happen when you're using cocaine at 47. And then, depending on how long you've been using, holy moly. And if you're still using as much cocaine as you were when you have here, you've wreaked havoc on your body. I will do everything in my power to get you to stop it. And if it means putting your bond at $250,000, I did it early in the week and I'll do it again with you. Do you understand?
I think.
You will come here promise us you're not going to use any of this, get into a car and drive. I'm sending you for a drug test now. And then we will see you back on Thursday to take another test. And if you test positive again, thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Judge.
Mrs. Oscar. I had a whole bunch last.
Good morning, Trinidad.
Your Honor.
Who is it?
Age.
Age.
Not on the docket.
Oh, is this?
This is
Okay.
that fella from, that we discussed about the pretrial, or the pre-signed waiver in California?
Right, I remember.
Yeah, the California pre-signed waiver, so.
Do you know what's happening?
No, sir.
All right, so let me give you a bit of a heads up. You know, depending on where you come from, depending on what you're doing, wherever, when you go to different states, you might end up on probation, you might end up on parole. When you sign these documents that get on probation, right? You sign something that is called a pre-signed waiver. So when you get on probation, one of the terms that you sign says that if you ever take off and you go to another state when you're not supposed to, and they have to issue a warrant, you will not fight extradition. You give up the right to fight extradition by signing for probation in whatever state you're from.
Yes.
Is it Virginia?
California.
California. You know, states that typically do this are, you know, Florida does this a lot. Louisiana does this a lot. California, Arizona. You sign for probation as part of the agreement to get on probation. You have to waive extradition.
Right.
So that if we bust you here, you cannot ask me for a bond to let you out. You have to physically sit in custody and wait until California comes and gets you.
I already waived my rights, right? Because
You signed, when you signed for probation in California, you already waived any kind of extradition fight that you would normally have. Now, that being said, we have to give them a certain amount of time to come get you.
After 14 days.
No, it's 30 days. Usually when someone doesn't have a pre-signed waiver, we give them, now, the 14 days is a courtesy. The statute says 30, but Harris County is so big and we have so many damn people that we say, look, man, we'll give them 14 days as a courtesy.
Right.
So, but theoretically and technically and by statute, it's 30 days. So we have to give California 30 days to come get you. We brought you here just to keep you in the loop so that you know what's happening because it's your case.
Yeah.
Give me questions.
Is it possible if I can fight the extradition to
You're not, was I speaking Swahili?
Let me rephrase that. Is it possible for me to transfer my parole from California to Houston?
No.
No, only when I get out.
Do that prior to entering into it. When you want to get into the, you can't now. And man, you're a flight risk. You done already came to Houston.
Yeah.
Now you want to transfer when you're already here? No, man. You got to do that long time ago.
Get back. Okay.
So at this point, we're going to wait for California to come get you. Amy, what's even wanted for?
It was, the original charge was
Good to be wanted.
concealing firearm with prior felony conviction. It was just a point virus.
The only other thing I'm going to advise you, Mr. Age, is that you and firearms don't get along.
Yeah.
I would never, ever have any kind of weapons or a firearm because if you do, good things will not happen.
Yeah, it ruined my life.
Right.
Yeah.
Just don't get it. And if you just don't have a gun, you'll be fine.
That happened in 2015 and it's still hunting me till today.
Don't you want to get done with this?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Amy, do you need me to sign? I already signed it yesterday. Yeah, okay. All right, Mr. Age, we wish you the best of luck, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Trinidad.
Is there anything I have to sign?
No, I signed it for you. And then we will see you back on Thursday to take another test. And if you test positive again, thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Josh.
Mrs. Oscar. I had a whole bunch last.
Good morning, Trinidad.
Your Honor.
Who is it?
Age.
Age.
Not on the docket.
Okay.
I was Logan, what do you need?
Did this person just show up just
He's
now?
been here this whole time, but he never checked in. This is Mr. Green on page 10. It's an arraignment.
Mr. Green, why do you have glasses on? There's only two people who wear types of sunglasses, blind people and a-holes. Are you Jordan Green? Mr. Green, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
It was
Anything you say can or will be
absolutely
used against you.
my
You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and
pleasure.
interviews if you cannot afford a lawyer. A lawyer will be appointed to represent you. How old are you?
23,
You're 23. What time did you get here today?
8:40 something.
Okay, so you've been here since this morning.
Hours, so I can
Okay,
get some rest.
all right, please.
On August 12th, 2024, officers observed a Silverado speeding going 58 miles.
Hold on, Logan. Hold on. There's something here. I am completely in love with the nurses we have on here. All of them. Every single one of them. They are amazing creatures.
Miles per hour, 45 mile per hour zone. It ran a red light and was driving in 2 lanes of the road at the same time. The driver was identified as the defendant and sole occupant. He had a blank stare and was unresponsive. When defendant did respond, they were one-word answers. The defendant was in possession of vape cartridges and admitted to smoking them earlier while driving. Officers conducted the standard field sobriety tests, 2 of 6 for the HGN, 7 of 8 for the walk and turn, 3 of 4 for the one-leg stand. The officer also noted that it was the longest walk and turn that he has ever conducted, and he's done thousands of them.
What?
He's done thousands of them.
Oh,
That's in the NIMS. DIC read, and blood was consented to, blood was drawn.
you don't have results though, do you?
I know, I don't, Your Honor, it's suspected to be THC.
Mr. Green, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. If I drug test you right now, what's gonna show up?
Only marijuana, sir.
No more.
No, no other drugs.
I'm telling you, no more.
Only
I'm sending you
marijuana.
for a drug test now. I want to know everything
don't
that's
do
in your
drugs.
system. And I'm telling you, after today, if you stop smoking, 31 days from today or 32, 33, you will not test positive for marijuana. If you do, that tells me that you have continued to smoke and I will put you in jail. You got out of jail because we gave you a free bond. You will not get another one. So if there's not someone in your life that's ready to pony up $5,000 to $10,000 to get you out, you will be stuck like Chuck in jail until this case is over with. So when you're out there in the free world, make good decisions. What do you do with yourself now? What do you do in life?
Trying to figure it out.
Okay. Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where are you working now?
Also a fireworks stand.
In a fireworks stand. Okay. From all these dealings that you have in your life, how much money do you make a month?
Roughly, not enough, I guess.
That's not my question. How much?
$3,000 to $4,000.
That's a great amount for a 23-year-old. Are you kidding? That's great. Who do you live with?
My parents.
What kind of car do you drive?
Silverado truck.
Do you have a Texas driver license?
Get mad at me.
Yes, sir.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Yes, sir.
You're not allowed to drive unless you have both. Logan, can you mind running his license? So I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. Like I said, if I find that you're using anything, and anything means, cocaine, marijuana, THC oil, the vaping, gummies, CBD. I don't know what it is, but if it shows in your system, you will go to jail. Do you understand? Are you taking any kind of medication at this time? Any kind of psychotropic? Okay.
The driver's license is eligible, Your Honor.
Great. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like me to appoint you a lawyer? You want me to appoint your lawyer?
No, I'm available to or not purchase, but pay for a lawyer.
You want to go hire one? Okay. If you have a problem if you have a problem finding it, that you're unable to afford it or whatnot, come back to me and we can talk. I will tell you this, is that there's a lot of timing requirements with the DWI. If you do not talk to a lawyer soon enough, it's very possible that your driver's license gets suspended.
That's true.
So don't sit and wait a month, 2 months, because it's only going to hurt you. You understand? Okay. I'll have you go to Victoria. We're going to have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Rachel for your bond conditions. I'm sending you now for a drug test. I want to know if anything's in your system. And then I'm not going to have him come back. We'll get the results and then we'll see him at the next setting. If I find that there's something in your system concerning, I'm going to bring you back sooner though. You understand? Okay. So like I said, don't sit there and wait to hire a lawyer. Do it quick. All right, please.
Go ahead and sign for the reset.
Well, what happened?
Yes, one more question, Judge. When I was looking at my cases, I noticed that one of my clients had a bond violation report. You scheduled it for tomorrow. I wonder if I could move it to Thursday. Is that a scheduling conflict?
Judge, I have the certificate. I believe it was completed in 23. I have all of his certificates. Intensive outpatient was told him he was going to start over. He's
what we're looking for right now. I don't know where it is, but I'm pretty sure it's way at the beginning. There is a trial coming up, and we're going to hear a little bit about it. It's outstanding. It's outstanding.
I don't know. I'm afraid it is not. I'm trying to figure.
It is literally the best way I could end this stream. And if you guys who were there today, Micah, where was it? Who was it? Thank you.
It's a weird thing. I mean, a lot of records, but I'm like, it's just.
Not here.
I'm not, this case is 700.
Was Ramona in it?
In Harris County, Texas, officers were conducting an investigation.
Okay.
Hey, I wonder how we should explain BDSM to a jury.
Explain what?
BDSM, because that's part of the piece.
Here we go. This is it. They're talking about a trial that's coming up, but I don't know when. Victoria, hi Victoria. Hi Adam. Victoria, I'm trying to find the trial that's coming up. The information that we got about the trial that's coming up.
Hey Judge, I got this email from Anna saying she's ordering for end of year letterheads, envelopes, and business cards. Do you need any of those? No? Okay.
I don't know, maybe Ramona knows about letter.
That's what I'm looking for.
Well, she already responded to the email. I was just checking with you.
So letter.
Like that.
Yeah, letterheads, envelopes, and business.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I do.
You think we need?
If we needed letterheads, then I'm sure Ramona would have said yes.
Okay.
Hey, Victoria, we're good on letterhead and
letters?
We're good on the letterhead and we're also good on the envelopes. I don't need cards. Do you need any, Judge?
No, I got a whole box over here. We never give them out anyways, yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
Hey, Judge, I wonder how we should explain BDSM to a jury.
Explain what?
BDSM, because that's part of the PC of that case.
Bondism?
Yes.
Oh. I remember that now. So was this part of like a sexual?
Fetish website. It's like a fetish thing. Yeah, it's a fetish website. So.
Was it a toy? Was it a sex toy?
It was a slave kit. I don't know what a slave kit is.
Well, you know what a slave kit is. Come on, man. You know, they got I guess they got the straps and the balls.
Yeah. I'll not explain that to a jury.
But that's gonna be great. I can't wait for this trial, man. We're gonna have a great time. All we need is a disco ball.
Is that on the trial we just said?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, maybe you can pull up like a graphic of what, I mean, you might need that, right? To show the jury what the actual item is.
Yeah, we'll put it in a PowerPoint. For everyone to see.
I'm just gonna broadcast Halo 1000 Days of Sodom or whatever that movie is.
Something other than.
Yeah.
Maybe you should use something like that in voir dire.
File the motion to vote.
I know it. He's
We're just resetting it.
but
Wow.
But you want him to go to jail.
Hi, Plausible. Yep, I don't know when the trial is. I don't know. I'm guessing next week, but I guess a lot. I mean, I normally don't hear things like this when the trial is like in November. You know what I mean? I feel like it's coming soon, but I don't know. I don't. Hold on. Okay. We've been at it for 2 hours and 31 minutes, and we only had to ban one person today. Guys, this was a good stream. I thought it was going to be crap. I'm telling you. And it was crap. I made a ton of mistakes. But, I learned lessons. So we'll see. Remember, keep the bar low for tomorrow. Judge Fleischer is almost definitely going to hold the entire ship up. So I don't know, Victoria, just make it entertaining today, now, because I love you. Listen, you say something about the judge once and I delete it, then you should know. You should know. If you say it again, you're out of here. Let's go. Sheesh. Victoria's name is probably 7.5 days away from being Victoria. I'm guessing. But I really like that icon. All right, I am going to 7:30. I'm not going to be in the courtroom this whole week, Victoria. So it's all you. Keep Linus in line. It's hard. It's hard to do. Linus and Micah, they're a team. They got special letters going back and forth to each other so that we don't know what they're doing. Yes, Sue, nurses are the best. I'm still going to stream. Victoria, probably you. Probably only you. We'll see if I can pick anything up. I'm going to take my computers to work, but I'm a server. So it might be hard. I won't be able to join Judge Fleischer's chat. I mean to record while I'm working. I'm going to go eat. Hey, Melissa. I see you right there, Melissa. I don't ever get to see Trey anymore. I don't even know if he's still there. I haven't seen Tracy in a while, or is that's not Tracy? I can't remember her name. I asked a couple times what her name was, and I think you guys told me, but I don't remember. I know Lethal Fiction is going to say Vanessa, and I half believe him by now. Yeah, nap time. Nap time before we go to work and make some money. What is today? Never mind. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. We did one yesterday. Did we do one yesterday? Number one? All right, I'm going to pretend we did number one yesterday. And then today I'm going to do number 2. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for coming out, guys. Thank you, mods.
Caddy in the room, sunshine on the stage. Her giggles break the gloom. Laughter's what she wage. Jokes sharp, cutting through, witty like a blade. Humor off the charts, funny renegade. Wicked sense of play, twisting words anew. Chuckles all around, sky turning blue. Bags that never die, timeless through and through. Smiles on the rise, nothing left to rue. Kathy's giggles turning days bright. Tonight's the night her humor takes flight. Laughing all the way makes everything right in her world. Laughter's the light. Puns that make you spin, logic taking bend. Every line a win, can't help but commend. Playful inner grin, humor's best friend. Kathy bringing in joy, never gonna end. Quips so smooth, groove of the rhyme, keeps the vibe in tune. Humor's prime time, her jokes never boom, subtle like a chime. Kathy in the room, laughing all the time. Kathy's giggles turning days bright. Tonight's the night her humor takes flight. Laughing all the way makes everything right in her world. Laughter's the light.